What is good? What is good, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. I'm your host, Lou. Y'all know the situation. I ain't did one of these like impromptu lives in a while. Got off work late. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to go live real quickly, and everything like that. Just to talk about and give my thoughts on like the state of the Cowboys in terms of the Super Bowl and everything like that. And yeah, so you coming in, make sure to double tap the screen, hit the like button. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Goes a long way and everything like that. Shout out to everybody coming in here. But shout out to the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. I don't care what nobody say. I know a lot of people, to the average fan, it was boring. But I love boring Super Bowls. Because that's where football is at its purest, and you can really see it takes a lot to. I think it takes more effort for a boring Super Bowl on like both teams than a Super Bowl that's exciting and it's like high scoring and everything like that. That's just kind of a hot take and everything like that. Shout out to Calvin Jefferson coming in here, man. Salute to you and everything like that. Sorry about my car, but yeah, I appreciate Super Bowls like that. Defensive oriented. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just let me just get into my takeaway from the Super Bowl. And I let me start by saying I do think the Cowboys are close to a Super Bowl when it comes to on paper. Like, we just have to fix the defense. Like, that was the one thing I saw yesterday, like how there was no high powering offense in that Super Bowl, Seattle or New England. Like, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys, offense, I feel like we were more high powered than it. And if we just had an inch of in defense like this past year, that really shows how bad of a job Eberflus really did. Like, bro, I'm so glad he gone. That we're in the playoffs. I don't know if we're in. I wouldn't say we're in the Super Bowl, because I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the main things I noticed from that Super Bowl, that I'm gonna be honest, if we play the Seattle Seahawks, I'll be terrified in the playoffs. And it's not because of ability. It's not even because of their defense. I feel like we can squabble with them. The thing I'm terrified about the Seahawks is that they're a very disciplined ass team, insanely disciplined team. Both those teams, man. The commentators highlighted it was to the end of the second quarter, almost halftime. Bad Bunny finna come out. None of them boys committed a penalty. None of them boys committed a penalty. They was in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to James Golly coming in, joining the channel sponsorship. Rookie Pawns. I forgot I called that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Those teams were very, very, very disciplined. Bro, if we played the Seahawks, they would beat our ass because before, we just a very undisciplined ass team. They're a complete team as well. That's another thing. See, this is why I love them boring Super Bowls, because they really highlight it. If you come in here, man, just double tap the screen for me. Like the video. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody coming in here. But man, it really shows you how a complete team can really be even more dangerous than a deadly offense. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, they gave Kenneth Walker the MVP, which he should deserve. People gonna call me funny. Shit, the damn MVP should have went to the special teams, especially that damn punter. The punter for the damn the Seahawks. You know how many times he pinned that rookie ass quarterback? He ain't no rookie, Drake May, but he's a young. You know how many times I know Drake May was terrified, because you're going against that gangster ass defense, and that punter was pinning their ass in the 5-yard line, 10-yard lines routinely. Kept flipping the field. And I know that was terrifying to Drake May. And that's why I tweeted. I was like, bruh. I said, yeah, shit. The Super Bowl ain't no young man game, ain't it, Drake? It's an old man game, because you got to go in there. You got to be composed. You got to be composed as a quarterback. all that rattling shit, you can tell like he really showed his age, especially at the end of the game, because he was just throwing shit up. But like them pinning him deep, it gave the defense who was already good even more confidence. And then Mike McDonald, he was just calling some that little slot blitz. You know what I'm saying? Like them going in that quarters coverage, like they like, bro, that quarters is really taking over the NFL, man. If y'all been watching me, remember we went over the Vikings and their quarter coverage and all the different types of coverages you can do from quarters. These young quarterbacks, the reason why I be so critical on this age of quarterbacks, because they are not half, and I do mean half of the mental processors as the quarterbacks in the 2010s. That's just me. That's my main criticism. And this is why I be like, man, with people, I tweeted out, somebody like commented on, I ain't want, because he was a Glazer. Like, the problem when I have a discourse around the NFL is people will be ready to crown these quarterbacks so fast. I'm talking about so fast, and it's like, dog, I ain't trying to be a hater. You doing this shit as a quarterback for one season is not impressive. Not impressive, dog, because we always say that the fastest evolving organism is the NFL defense. You did it one year, I guarantee you won't do it as many times as you did before the next year. I guarantee you. All that shit would be wrapped up real quick. It happens to everybody. It happened to Dak. They call it that rookie wall. Now it's just everybody catching up to your ass. Even with the next, OC that thinks he's when offenses think they're ahead, bro, give the defense one off season. Give defenses one off season. They'll be back. It ain't, boy, we don't never fail. Do you believe in Bland as our slot CB? I mean, it would be, I would say sure, because he's better in the slot, but I will say my confidence in Bland has gone down tremendously because of the injuries, because of his play. Like, I'm just to the point, and this is why I made this video. Like, the Dallas Cowboys we got to take this defense seriously in this offseason. That's one of my biggest takeaways from that Super Bowl. You can't. What pissed me off, and I remember, and shout out to Henny, shout out to Landlord and Boss when we did that exercise when we played GM and we flipped the switches and everything like that and freed up 130 million. The one thing that pissed me off was when I looked at the top and I saw how much money we allocate to the offense. It was almost a 3-to-1 ratio. It was like we were almost, when we paid GP, this is off memory, but we were almost like allocating somewhere close to like 300 million to the offense and probably 100 million to the defense. And I'm like, bro, this has got to change. And we wondering why we be coming in here and we got the number 32 defense. Like, sure, we made a pay the wrong people, but it's like, bro, I don't think we really tried. It's just me. I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just ain't really tried. What was his name, man? So, bye. You over here trying to come in here and scold and do shit like that? Get your goof ass out here, nigga. Don't play that shit. I feel like the Cowboys, we don't take defenses seriously. And how I know that, there's, for one, I always say this: the Joneses, the front office, they don't make football decisions. All they do is make business decisions. And what's good for business? What sell tickets? It's the offense. I know this. I play offense. Like, exciting offense, it literally brings excitement to, to the entire league, to the entire landscape of Cowboy Nation. But on the flip side of that, it's like they kind of neglect defense. And people want to make excuses for it, but you can see it in their actions. The fact that we had all these coaches, like, how many DCs have we had in a row? Like, we're going on our 4th DC in 4 years. We'll never do some shit like that for the offense. Never. We're going to have continuity in the fucking offense. It's like, I'm starting to believe, I used to call the Joneses dumb. I just know, what I'm starting to believe is that they just, they just don't want to do shit sometimes. That's what it is. Like, when they want to do right, they'll do right. When it's time to fix the offense, they're going to fix the offense. Best believe. They're going to find a coordinator that best fit it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this defense, they start to act goofy because it doesn't make them money. Like when we got rid of Micah, that whole debacle of us getting rid of Micah, like it's mighty. That's why I'm people call me man, but I gotta ask the hard questions. Like, man, I want to sign GP. It's mighty funny. We're doing all this shit to keep GP. Dak out here going to go talk. CD out here going to go talk. But shit, nobody, damn near nobody. I mean, they were fighting, but they wasn't fighting as hard to keep fucking Micah. You know what I'm saying? Or like when it was time to pay Micah, like it just seemed like, sure, people don't like Micah, but the point is this, bro. When it was time to pay somebody who was actually good for this defense, we fucking act goofy. We started to act goofy. Jerry was acting up the motherfucker acting goofy when it was time to pay Micah. Like, oh, he didn't agree to my agreement. I had a napkin agreement. But we over here we were just acting goofy when it was time to pay the defense. And I feel like we don't do that shit when it comes to the offense. That's just me. I feel like our mentality. And shout out to Henny. We was going back and forth on Twitter today, and he said it like. He was going like all the people we paid. You paid Diggs, you paid Bland, you played Osa. I said, that's the thing, Henny. See, the thing is, we will purposely pay the wrong people on defense to stay cheap. We'll do that on purpose, but we'll act fucking idiotic when it comes to paying the people who actually matter. When it was time to keep Jordan Lewis, we didn't choose Jordan Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we act real goofy. Or like with defensive tackle, bro, it took us 30 years to get another defensive tackle here when it was clear that we were, you can't draft and replace that position. You literally had to go spend some money to go get it. It was clear. So like, I feel like, and we're going to make a timeline of all the positions that has probably gotten overvalued over the years. I bet the most of them on the defense. Like okay, I'm gonna tell you, nose tackle and defensive tackle. First time in 30 years, we just actually spent some real money. You know what? Another position that's been undervalued on this team, probably even longer than defensive tackle, safety. When the last time we spent some real money at safety? When the last time we put some real thought at safety? I think the last time, I'll get them cursed, but even then, that's them trying to go find, a bounce back and everything like that. They don't. When it was time, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys do shit differently for the positions they know that's gonna make them money. Like, look how they go. If we was to have a wide receiver crisis, even though it took them long enough, look how they feel that position versus how they feel the positions on defense. As a lineman, when it's time to go get some new linemen, boy, they quick to spend the first round pick on a lineman, quick. But I have to be fair. Where is this urgency for the defense? Because like everyone wants to say, I want to be like the Seahawks, but the Seahawks, shit, they did some really good drafting and they spent some money on that defense. Spend some real money on the defense, and they have a structure in place. They ain't being goofy when hiring the coaches. They being serious when they hiring a defensive coach. We over here crying and pleading for continuity, and then want to be doing goofy shit like running to a failed head coach after he fresh off getting fired and offer him top coordinator money. That's not. We don't do that. I think Bland is still good. Eberflus wanting him zone playing, outside leverage. Bland is like Diggs. I mean, so here's my thing. You can be right with that, but here's my counter. I think Bland has been bad before. Like he's been trending downwards before Eberflus. That's what people don't really talk about. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Bland is somebody you should have never paid. Bland is somebody Bland is some, and then if y'all been watching my shows, this is what I'll be talking about. We be over here the front office want to play hardball and want to stand firm when paying the top of the top. Players like Bland is who you're supposed to stand firm with. That's who you're supposed to question their worth about. That we're finna give you this, even just, oh, Lou, it's not top money, but I don't believe you should be getting top 6 money, Bland. I'm gonna be honest with you. 1, you're a slot corner. 2, you're not a number 1 corner. I knew you weren't a number 1 corner. Your entire, even during the years when you broke the NFL record, you was balling out of control. But we also saw something. We saw you get exposed too. We saw that we can't put you on every #1 receiver. We had to pray for Diggs to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest with you. That's being fair. So you saying, oh, Bland can still be good? I mean, no. Bland got to show me. He got to show me a whole lot. Because right now, like, I'm to the point, we did the exercise. All the people, they got to show me. I didn't touch their money. I didn't flip no switches about restructuring. Because I'm not trying to push no cans by the road. I'm trying to pay all their money up front, what they have. And if they got to prove to me for me to pay some more money to them. Bland, Ferg, and everything, like, who else is in that category? I'm gonna be honest with you. Overshown, see, like, we over here finna get ready to tag GP. We should be fucking tagging Overshown. Overshown has played, like, collectively in his, we going on year 4. We keep saying this. Collectively, he only played together like 1 full season. Former Longhorn, I love Hookem. But dog, your health is in question. I don't, and everybody like, I don't feel like paying you top 10 linebacker money. You barely here. Let's keep it a bean. Shout out Tuck in the building, man. I just got through watching yours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Overshown knows he do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they gonna pay him because they got number 0. We don't. That's a business decision. So you know what I'm saying? We don't make football decisions here in Dallas Cowboys. You should tag Overshown, because you know why? It'll put pressure on Overshown. If you tag Overshown, it'll put that, you wanna make dogs out of your players. So you could sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you can put pressure, you can formulate like pressure within your organization. You can do that. Tagging a player like that, I bet you Overshown he gonna miss the least amount of time he could. Because either you gonna burst up or you gonna crumble. Or you gonna rise to the occasion. But like, we don't do everything we possibly can here in Cowboy land to get better. Because like, when I watch the Seahawks, man, like, they did everything they can. The Seahawks, they had like the perfect melting pot of just great talent. They drafted, I wouldn't even say they drafted well. They just drafted, like, they didn't have any bad drafts. They just had solid drafts and they stacked up. I remember when they got Byron Murphy. Remember when they got Witherspoon. Remember when they got the other kid. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, they just stacked up, and then when it came to the opportunity, they hired the right, head coach in Mike McDonald, who's over there in the Ravenland, came from a great defensive pedigree and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that's what you're supposed to do. And it came all together this year when they spent like I think they spent like $300 million. The Patriots spent $300 million. They spent $200+ million in free agency, going to go get our guy and DeMarcus Lawrence, adding all this talent, bro. Like, it's a melt. You got to build it the correct way. And I feel like the Dallas Cowboys, I need to see that from them this offseason. Or I don't believe them. I don't believe. It's so many holes in this defense. I'm arguing with people, writers all on Twitter and everything like that. They trying to tell me, Lou, like, shout out to Mike Fisher, the writer. You know what I'm saying? He retweeted. But I forgot his name. Host of Locked On Cowboys. I blanked on his name. Long day at work. He came to me asking, Lou, you wouldn't rather have the player in I think he said Parker out of Clemson and Trey Hendrickson over Crosby. I said, you can take that offer. Hell no. What? Marcus Motion. Hell no, Marcus. He said, what? I mean, like, no. I said, first of all, because Mike Fisher, he put the article, would you rather have Max or it's Parker? I'm like, bro, Parker is not, I scouted Parker. Parker's not on that, bro. I scouted Parker. Parker is not on that trajectory. Parker's going to be a project. He's going to be a project defensive end. He's got to come into his body. He look like he's going to be a strong-handed defensive end. He got to come into his body some. No. I said the space between Crosby and Parker is the sun to Neptune, boy. Like, that's how far apart that is. And I asked this question on the day of the Super Bowl. What 2 players equal Crosby? You can draft. This is why when I have these, this is my mindset when I'm looking at these picks as expendable. You get Max Crosby here. That is one of those players. That is one of those players. And if I'm the Cowboys this year, I would prioritize the free agency going to go get actual talent to this team over going to go get those draft picks. That's just me. You see what I'm saying? They saw one Senior Bowl rep and got sold. You know, that's why you. Would you just say, Tuck? You can't trust everybody cooking. That's, you know what I'm saying. That's serving us Kraft mac and cheese right there. That sentence is Kraft mac and cheese. And if you bring me Kraft mac and cheese around the wrong time of year, which is Thanksgiving, I'm gonna get pissed. Your mac and cheese better have a crust on it. Your mac and cheese better have a crust on it. That's just for real. Like, nah, I'm not gonna be like, that's not how you scout. I'm not gonna do that. No, we have a bird in hand rather than two in the bush. Bird in hand is Max Crosby. Literally all pros right now. They literally had to pull him. He healthy as I don't know what. They over here trying to beg him to go get a fake surgery. Do y'all know the reason why he's asking for a trade, right? The Raiders wanted to tank and he didn't. That's somebody I want on my team who wants to go win that badly and is at the peak of his powers. Say, oh, it's okay. I need to go do that damn film session again. Cause like I think I'm arguing from a point of, man, y'all ain't seen what I saw. Me and Boss, we was over here I think we were just looking at all other defensive ends, and we looked at Max's, even though we knew we went for the trade for him because all that dead cap. Dog, we turned on that film. I thought it was a highlight. We let the film run raw. I thought it was a highlight because he was whooping everybody's ass. Max Crosby, tatted up, 9'8", whooping. I'm talking about he's just living in the backfield, just living in the backfield. So when people, you want Trey Hendrickson hell no, I want that. I will take that. Bring back Clowney, bro. We can go, bro. You can go get me in the later rounds, or I will build edge for next year. I have Crosby right now, and he not that old. We can build it correctly. You owe me. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about moves and everything like that. That Cowboy Nation, we can't be passive this year. If you're trying to win, bruh, scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. Everybody want to, this passive GM, everybody want to be a GM. Everybody want to be a GM. I don't get it, bro. It's like everybody want to be a passive GM and just love the passive building and, ooh, look at these draft picks. Tell me a draft pick that balled in that Super Bowl. Here's a question. What draft pick balled in that Super Bowl? I tweeted it out. I said, that Super Bowl ain't no young man's game, is it? You need old man strength in that Super Bowl. You need an old man mind in that Super Bowl. Ask Drake May. Ask Drake May when that Seattle, I know he was tired of seeing that. What's that Seattle punter name? I'm going to remember his name. That boy was pinning the shit out of the Patriots in that 5-yard line. I love, hey, shout out to Kenneth Walker. He deserved that trophy, but he need to break off a piece and give it to that damn punter. That punter was punting the hell out that ball. Punting the hell out that. Boy, talk about a complete team. Talk about a complete team. Shit, you said Witherspoon and Gonzalez. They're not rookies. I said rookies. Salty Farm. Gonzalez been a week. You know how long Gonzalez? I think Gonzalez was in the league before Bucky Irving. And I know Christian Gonzalez a dog. Christian Gonzalez, that damn play he made on that damn post, that was insane. That boy, he was beat on the post, able to catch up, and he was able to jump high enough. The ball was on the upfield shoulder, even though what's the name was late with the ball on the post. That was a crazy play by Christian Gonzalez. Crazy play by Christian Gonzalez. See, that's what I'm talking about. We gotta go, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to develop that. I ain't gonna lie. We trying to win right now. We gotta go pay for that. We gotta go pay for something like that. We'll get that guy, you know what I'm saying? We'll draft that guy when Dak is out of here. You know what I'm saying? The same in college football too. That's grown man shit. Hey, bro. What? That's why when people were telling me like, Lou, who gonna win? My trainer was telling me, Lou, who you got winning? What's the name? I said Indiana. He said, oh, you on that train too. I said, listen to me, boy. I don't be on no trains. When I see real football being played, I see real football being played. I was on a cruise when I saw Indiana literally beat the dog shit out of Alabama. They beat the dog. I'm talking about we at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Behind, umbrellas in the drink. And they just beating the dog shit out of Alabama. You know what I'm saying? No. That ain't no hype. I ain't getting behind nothing. Indiana was heads and shoulders and told what? When they handled Ohio State? No, man. No, man. That's just different cause that all that flash don't matter in that championship. I'm telling you, they take it all away. Yeah, you're right. Nick Emenwari did. He did ball. He didn't. Nick, he played his role. How about that? And actually, for him, how raw of a player he was coming out, that was probably the best situation he went to, going into that well-built system in Seattle. That's why the draft is a beautiful thing, because like it's players that can turn into that may not even turn into something unless they go to the right situation, and that's how it is. He said turning point. Yeah, that's you getting political. Talking about, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I didn't think the halftime show was horrible, so that was a great statement. I see Jacob Rodriguez and David Bailey getting drafted in the first round. Hot take. I'm not a fan of David Bailey. I think I don't like ends who I don't like non 3-down ends, I would say, or just a 1-down end. I think David Bailey is he's a single down end. I'm almost done with my scouting. I'll give it to you right now. The reason why I don't like David Bailey, because all David Bailey can do is pass rush. That's all he can do, and he's very light in the ass. I don't like light in. He's very athletic, got agility. He can change directions and everything like that. He'll put pressure. But when it was time for you to, if he didn't beat and get around your corner as a tackle, you get hands on David Bailey, you can throw David Bailey. And then a lot of these tackles I'm scouting, they actually got the best of David Bailey. And I ain't gonna lie to you. That Houston game, I did not like his Houston game, because Houston really went at it. Like, I'm talking about he can't defend the run for shit. And I don't like ends like that. I really don't. I just need you to be able to fight. You ain't got to be all world or DeMarcus Lawrence versus the run, but if you're going to be a pass rusher specialist, and I don't need two of that on the Cowboys. I already got James Houston. James Houston is literally that. But James Houston can set an edge. You know what I'm saying? I don't have two. I don't. Two of those on the team. Yeah, you just asking to literally to like get tossed crack all game. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna run his way. That's the easy, because them type of ends. It ain't. I was wrong about one of those last year, because James Pierce ended up getting to something, but actually he fucking in trouble now. So shit. You know what I'm saying? But who's your top pick? Who's this year's Booker as a lineman? But in the draft, you talking about like player, like a for sure hit? I think Caleb Downs is a for sure hit. I mean, that's the easiest thing to say. But you talking about like somebody who's reliable? I think Ruben Bain is I think Ruben Bain is gonna be like a star. I love Jermichael McCoy. The only problem with Jermichael McCoy is he got hurt, but he did get hurt in January. He got hurt. I read on it in the article. He got hurt like in winter conditioning. Winter conditioning happens in January, which is before spring. So he got hurt like way before the season. So he may even be actually healthier than with Savon Ravel, because Savon Ravel got hurt in like a September. So you know what I'm saying? You took like, if you want to know what if the Cowboys gonna probably target another lineman, they are. A tackle I like is the tackle from Arizona State so far, and he's my number one tackle. Max Ahin Acker. Max Ahin Acker. Yes. And funny enough, I got some stuff planned up because my old teammate is his coach right now. You know what I'm saying? Small world. Small world. Then I just found out another person I know Oh no, I just met like at my church. He know like somebody's son or one of his former players is literally probably the tackle behind Max Einhacker at Arizona State, because he he coaches in the Duncanville system, the feeding system. Like he coaches middle school. So one of his former players is at Arizona State, and he plays. He said he plays tackle. So I'm like, boy, he may end up starting this year because Max Einhacker is going to the league. But yeah, Max Einhacker is right now. It's the guy I found, and probably he's gonna be my pet cat because like people got him. I seen him ranked as low as the 5th round, everything like that. But I don't care about the rankings because I'll be early. I know I'll be early. I was early on Booker, but they had Booker. Remember they had Booker middle of the second, early second. People was like, "Why you taking him at 12?" I'm like, he's 12. He's a 12 type player. They'll catch up. I said the same thing about Matthew Golden because I'm a Texas fan. I'm like, they got Worthy up here. They got the wrong Texas receiver. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, give it about 2 weeks, and Worthy was falling, and Golden rose quickly. You know what I'm saying? I'll be early, but Max Einhacker, he's going to rise quickly. People are going to really see one that I'm going through it. This tackle class is, I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of raw tackles in here, and there's some people playing the wrong position. That's what I'm noticing at the top. But it's early. A lot of people be hyped on hype. The draft is, I love it because it's pure. Because I know most, like, a lot of guys, like, I go purely off film. So, and then like, hey, if you test well, it can rise. You can bump you a little bit. It can maybe change my, but you know, it'd be a lot of politics in this shit, and I know. But you know, it's all good. I'll be early. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But Max Einhacker, if I wouldn't now, don't draft him and say like, hey, he gonna be our starting right tackle. I think he needs to sit probably like a year and a half, get in a fight with Nate Thomas. You be good. Nate Thomas, Tyler Guyton, and what's the name? And let them have competition for the 2 tackle spots. You'll be all right. Loser gets traded, or you can sit right there as a swing tackle. But yeah, Max Einhacker. Yeah, let me see if I'm missing. Who else I liked in the draft so far? I love. I had to like really rewatch Mansour Delane. He's a like obscure player, but once I understood him, I like, okay, I understand now. He's a really good player. What safeties would you want? I'm still going. Only person I've seen is Downs. I'm going through like the way I'm doing it this year. I don't want to do like I did last year where I did like 30 running backs at a time and then 30 edges. So I'm like, all right, let me do 5 here, 5 edges. Okay, let me do 5 guards. Okay, let me do like 3 running backs. I ain't touched receiver yet. I ain't did tight end. I did a couple of linebackers. I did a lot of good linebackers. I did. I still do. I still ain't did my boy, and I know he's good from Texas. I still ain't did him. I saved him from last because I know he's good. I know he's good. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't did him yet. You know what I'm saying? So, my person say is I'm out on the 24-year-old. I am too. I mean, like, so like JVB, like the proper way to team build is that at some point we gotta stop building in the draft. And I think that's what Cowboy Nation, like, we get addicted to. Because it's the hope aspect of it. Because it's like, this person could end up being LeBron, or he can end up being, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's, like, the hope aspect of it, and he's cheap. And the Cowboys front office, you know, that's that mentality of it. Like, that hope aspect of it. We want a great player while he's cheap. But the moment he wants to start asking for some money, that's when we start acting like we ain't got nothing. Like, we over here love Micah when he cost us $2 and he was getting 17 sacks a damn season. But the moment he hit the contract up and he wants his 42 that he's been owed, oh, it's a fucking problem. I really don't. I don't get people. I don't get this nation. I didn't get Jerry. I just talked about it. I know why he didn't do that. That's why I made this whole video. Now we gotta change our mindset on this defense shit, y'all. We gotta change our mind on this. The reason why we have a bad defense, it's been a culmination of us literally neglecting that side of the ball all that way. We over here want to half do it. We literally half did that defense. We deserve a number 32 defense. You didn't pay Micah because you over here, oh, he didn't take my napkin agreement. You a billionaire. You should know napkin agreements ain't no damn. You know what I'm saying? And we believe that as fans. As fans really still believe that, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that Micah should have took that napkin agreement. A napkin agreement? Okay. Yeah, I know about Dillon Thiemann. He's a nice safety out of Oregon. Yeah, I gotta look at. I know some nice safeties on here, but I gotta get, Guyton got straight athleticism, and he want to hit people. Lugo coach that boy. Now, yeah, I ain't gotta coach nobody. Hey, look, you tell Guyton, spam Guyton, tell him to go see OC. Tell him to go see the OC. I ain't gonna lie. That's he gonna see the OC. I promise you. I'm understanding how all this stuff works. A lot of our linemen need to go see the OC. Hands down. I'll tell you that right now. I would trade for Minka. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Here's a question. I ain't gonna lie. This is, and we're gonna get mad. And I brought this up before. What is the trade package for y'all to be like? I'm cool with trading GP. Because I know, look. This is can I be real with y'all? You don't need GP to win a Super Bowl. It's a wild statement for me to say, but let me explain. GP is not needed. We don't need it's not like a dire need for you to have two supernovas at the wide receiver position. And that game last night should have taught us that. That game last night should have taught us that. Like, it's about building a cohesive team. We gotta stop being so, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Cowboys roster, we're so top heavy. And we'll get lopsided. Right now, we're just lopsided all the way to offense. All the way to offense. And I best me. I want to keep GP. The main thing I hated about the guidelines is not that the possibility of trade. The one thing I hated is that Jerry and them still ain't talked to fucking GP yet. Like, what's the holdup? We've been out of the playoffs. What you doing, Jerry? You watching the playoffs too? Call David. I'm not saying you gotta get the deal done right now. I'm just saying, why haven't you started the negotiations? What's the deal with you starting the negotiation? What's the whole point? You didn't do nothing worth the damn in the damn DC search besides block and add in Gannon. You should have been over here like this is some shit I'm talking about. But you started negotiations with Javonte, and I saw people like give a lot. I'm gonna say his name. What's his name from Because I'm going at I'm not going at them, but I'm just not going to take like BS all year long. I didn't like how and salute to Jesse Holly, but I didn't like how Jesse Holly was like willing to brush around like, okay, we gotta, we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the negotiations with Javonte, and then we gotta get, Brandon Aubrey and GP that we may not have time to get negotiations with like, I don't know if he would say like another player that we need. Or like that, I think he was pushing. I heard somebody was pushing back that Quinn may not get signed because we may not have enough time for all of that, or we may not get like this free agency. I'm like, hold on, man. What you mean? What is this agenda? What is this agenda of? I'm not talking about Jesse Holland. I'm talking about what is this agenda that we may not get to this guy extension because we dealing with somebody else's extension. I'm sorry, you're the front office. You should have multiple people in there. You don't know how to multitask? If you don't know how to multitask, maybe you're not cut out for the job. Well, what you mean we may not? I'm sorry. Like, I'm not. You think that was a worthy excuse? I'm finna just let that over? I'm just supposed to accept that because you've done that before? You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna. No. What you mean you don't have time? What you mean you may not have time to get to like GP, or you may not get to this guy because you gotta do GP. You're a front office. You already be running behind anyway. Here's the thing, like y'all be procrastinating. You damn near be procrastinating on this. If you would have picked up the phone and we would have did negotiations during the season, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean we may not have time and everything like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? I really hope that's not how the Cowboys be thinking. That's like a worthy way of doing business. You think I'm finna take that as a fan? That you didn't have time to get to somebody's extension that could have freed up money for us to go into free agency? You didn't have time. If you didn't have time to sign people, you was doing the wrong. Like, I swear to God, like I'm not finna. I don't know about y'all. I'm not gonna take that as an excuse, especially not this year. Especially not this year. You didn't have time. No, you should have been signed. If you'd have started calling this GP right now, you'd have been. The thing that pisses me off about the Cowboys over here is that what pisses me off about the space, fans and everything like that. We operate like the things we do in Cowboy land is the norm. It's not the norm. It's actually like we be behind in a lot of shit. It's actually kind of pathetic. We over here not signing people. Like if we don't sign GP by April, it's a disgrace. I don't care if we do get him signed. It's a disgrace. Because you should have signed him by April. We need that money from that tag. We need like 23 million from that to do something with it. Other teams don't do this, man. This is not the norm. I hate for Cowboy fans that be really acting like this is the norm and I'm just supposed to get right or get left. You get right or get left. Yeah, sign our substance players, then concentrate on like, bro, like, and I love how Tuck put it, like, because, like, to a degree, they are moving different, but the things they're moving different on is the shit they should have already been doing. You should have already considering motherfucking minorities for the head coaching job. What is this? When, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's damn near like Juneteenth. Like, they been said we were free. What took you so long? We traded for Quentin Williams. We got a D tackle. We are doing something differently. I can't with this team sometimes, man. Listen, Cowboy fans, we're gonna have to be smart about it and everything like that. Stay in the loop. So who's the best RB in the draft? Yeah, I got a bunch of hard takes. Like, I'm gonna be hot this draft, and it's not because I'm trying to get clicks either. I'm telling you, I'm not in love with love this draft. My number one RB, and I've been saying it for a while. If you're here listening to me, is Jonah Coleman out of Washington. I really like that dude's film. I really do. I just I don't think there's like a Ashton Genty level prospect in terms of running back in this draft. I don't. The reason why I'm critical on Love, I'll tell you why. One, Love's production is very erratic, like extremely erratic, and you know what I'm saying, like I'm heavy in the college football sphere. Like, when people were trying to like put him in Heisman conversations, and the people who knew ball shot it down because it's like, nah, bro, because the way Love and his production be going, like, he only go off on the bad defenses. It's very erratic, and like it's erratic even like he's inconsistent in the game. So like he'll be getting bottled up, and then he'll have 2 runs where he run from 98 yards, and then he ended the game with over 200 yards. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, I want my running back to like, you need to be like, you know what I'm saying, not grinding it out, but 8 gain here, 4 gain here, 6 gain here. I can't be having 2, 1, 98. I can't do it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why like it's better if this running back free agency class may be better than draft, but my number one running back, and I feel like I really want to follow I really like Jonah Coleman. First of all, he's a huge running back. And he got agility out the ass. He can get up out of his cuts. He's very creative and everything like that. I feel like watching this when the combine coming around, watch Jonah Coleman gonna run a 40 probably just as fast as Love. Cause he really gonna shock people with his athleticism. He's a giant back, but he's very athletic. very athletic, like he's very crafty with the ball. Another guy I want y'all to, like a underdog guy that I think he may be a great player is that running back from Nebraska, Emmett Johnson. He's a dog. The only thing with him, he can't pass protect for shit. But him with the ball in his hand is more dangerous than Love. And that's just on film. Javonte and A-Chain, yeah, like I would love A-Chain. So if he fall to 12, you wouldn't draft him? No, I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't take him. Because like I just got the other draft in my head. The only person I'm taking is Ashton Genty. And if you're not Ashton Genty, I'm not taking that. Like, or Marion Hampton, hindsight. I don't think Love is up there with Genty or Marion Hampton. That's just me. As far as a prospect, that's just me. Yeah, Jonah Coleman's built like he built like a fucking bowling ball, but he's fucking like. When I say he's agile as hell, he's agile as hell. He's agile to be that big. Sounds like I ain't gonna say Saquon and Penn State he different. I ain't gonna say he's that, like that's the different type of agility. What Saquon was like. Saquon had that agility like Christian McCaffrey. Like they could stop on a dime. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be going full speed this way, jump cut to the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't natural. That, you know what I'm saying? That ain't natural. That I ain't gonna say he has that agility. That agility. Shoot, I see somebody in the Super Bowl had that. It was an unknown running back, the backup running back, I think for Seattle. He did a cut like that, like it was a nasty cut. Like he went this way, changed it, like, and he, boy, yeah, that's, yeah. What do you think of Singleton? I know as soon as you back. I watched junior film with Singleton. I gotta watch some more film with Singleton. He's all right. Well, you know what I'm saying. We'll take pass rushers. Are you interested in the draft? Bane, and it's another guy I liked. I just watched it. Oh yeah, his teammate. I love Messidor. I love Akeem Messidor. I know I ain't talked about him. I love Akeem Messidor. Only thing with Akeem Messidor, I'm afraid because he remind me of a Cowboy we're finna get rid of on a low end. He does because he's athletic freak, but he plays just like him. But I'm afraid. That's the only thing because he remind me so much of him. Akeem Messidor. I swear to God, he remind me so much of him if he does not properly develop with his hands and everything like that. But other than that, Akeem Messidor is wow. Like, man, he's very productive, and he got a motor on him. I was some great film, but y'all, let me get up out of here, man. Let me get up in here, bro. I appreciate y'all for coming out here, man. Until, yep, Sam Williams. Yep, he remind me of Sam Williams. I ain't gonna lie, an early Sam Williams, but that's why I'm kind of afraid of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of afraid of it. I appreciate y'all though. I would take Messidor over Parker.